All right, everybody, welcome to the webinar today. This is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads, and we are going to be talking about how to promote video, virtual showings, and so on Facebook and to your audience. All right, so we're going to talk about a lot of different types of videos. So let me just roll through some examples. All right, so this is the free YouTube listing video that we produce for you, and you've got the option to automatically include these in your single property websites and virtual tours. So you can have the property video tab here, would be in the e-flyers and all the other tools that you've got from Listings to Leads. So again, this is the free YouTube listing video that we produce and upload to YouTube. And again, we can automatically put it inside of your single property websites and virtual tours. We've got professional, you can put it in professional videos. All right, so this is a professional video. And pretty much everything I'm showing you, there's two different format options, one being full screen and like this one, and one being kind of the standard version that we just saw previously. And we got 3D tours from Matterport or any other 3D virtual tour provider. We want to talk about just sold videos. So whether it's a walkthrough video for your listing, or in this case, a just sold video, and I'll be talking a little bit more about that. In fact, we got a mastermind post on this, and I'll give you the link at the end of the webinar. But just talking about, you know, when you sell a listing, there's some really powerful information that you know that nobody else does. So whether you're a listing agent or a selling agent, the ability to produce a quick video about how that listing got sold, and there's more information here on that, and we'll discuss this a little bit more later as well. But think about doing a just sold video where you're either the listing agent or the selling agent. We'll talk about client review videos. So you can see here in my single property website, there's a tab called Client Review Video, and this is attached to all of my listings. So every time a new listing is entered into my account, my client review video is automatically associated with it. The tab is automatically created. And so that way I get these client review videos that I've got in front of everybody that sees my listings. All right, so if you got client review videos, area videos, market report videos that you've got up on YouTube or that you post to Facebook every so often, you can put those things into Listings to Leads so that they automatically show up with your listings. All right, so we'll talk about that a little bit as well. And in this example here, we've got a market update video. So similar to that client review video. If you're paying for market update videos, or if you do market update videos, now think about BombBomb, right? So if you're a BombBomb client and you've got these videos that go out to your database, well, you can put those videos into Listings to Leads, again, so that they automatically display with all of your listing marketing inside of your single property websites, inside of your virtual tours, and so on. All right, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that as well. One of the first things that we're going to do is talk about how to set up a Zoom virtual showing, and then how to get that into Listings to Leads. So how many of you are doing Zoom virtual tours or something similar? All right, so you might be doing a Google Live, right? So there's different types of platforms out there that allow you to do virtual showings, and how can you really promote those to generate leads? So this is actually for a live client who actually has a live Zoom virtual showing this coming Saturday. And so this was her landing page, and it looks pretty awesome, right? Hurry before time runs out. So we got a countdown counter, counting down to the open house. And when you click send the information, the agent gets the lead information, and the autoresponder sends the lead the information regarding the Zoom call. All right, so really awesome way to promote a Zoom virtual showing and generate leads at the same time. And then we'll talk about a couple of examples of when should you upload a video to Facebook and when should you just use a regular image. All right, because this and this are ads for the same listing. All right, this one has a video in it, and there are certain reasons why you'd want to put a video in an ad, and to be honest, there's certain reasons why you wouldn't. All right, So knowing the difference between when or why would I use an image versus a video, because there are very distinct reasons why you'd use one versus the other. And we'll talk about that in this webinar as well. Just an example of a 3D tour being advertised, so that when you click the image, or excuse me, not the image in that case, but the link right there, and you're going right to the 3D tour, property video, what have you. All right, so just an example right there. And then for any of you that are in our mastermind group, at the very end of this webinar, I'll talk a little bit about what John posted in the mastermind group yesterday about how he got 300 non-responsive dormant buyer leads sent to 300. Check this out, a 10% response rate to people that never responded before. All right. And you can see that, I mean, this is absolutely gold. So at the end of this webinar, I'm going to try and talk about that a little bit as well. But again, how many of you are doing Zoom? Anybody here, should I even, well, let me just do it. We can try to be as quick as possible. So check this out. I'm in Zoom, and what we're going to do is we're going to schedule a Zoom meeting, and then we're going to create a custom landing page that we can then promote on Facebook. All right. So if you're using Zoom, click schedule a meeting. So right on the Zoom page here, and there's an app, you can do it from your phone, right? So I'm just showing you from the desktop application here, but it's super simple. In the topic, so I've got the address plus virtual open house. For the description, please join us for a virtual open house this Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. If you can't wait for that, text access to all photos, details, and more. Now, if I already had a video on my page or on my single property website, I can add it like that. And because what I'm doing here is I'm using the listings to leads text option, and I'm going to put in the vanity URL for this listing. So here's my vanity URL for 454 Circle Drive. All right, so here's the description. The webinar is, so I click on when, and I go to the date and time. Now, please note, if you're using Zoom Basic, which is free, you're limited to 40 minutes where there are 3 or more people in the call. All right, so just keep that in mind when you're scheduling it. Make sure that your time here, right, represents this. So I got 1 hour. It's not a recurring meeting. Make sure you got personal meeting ID checked. For host, I leave it on. And then under meeting options, and again, if you're watching the recording, make sure you're pausing this video as needed so that you can follow along and do this as I'm doing it. But under meeting options, I've got enable checked for, enable join for host. I mute everybody coming in because this is not like my team where we're all coming in together for a meeting. These are people I don't know, and I don't want them talking over me when they first join. Enable waiting room, and then I always do record the meeting, because if it's a virtual showing and at the end of it, I think, wow, this would be a perfect video to upload into Listings to Leads and display it with my listing similar to a property video. So I would record, and that way you've got the option later, and click save. So this will drop you on the page where you got all the details for that virtual open house that you're going to be doing with Zoom. And then the kind of middle right, way over here, you'll see where it says copy invitation. Click on that and just click copy meeting invitation. All right. Now, there's a couple of things that you can do with this meeting invitation. One is you can just include it into the property description of the listing. You can create a new tab for it for the listing. And so let me just show you. Let me show you an easy way to add that Zoom information to your listing. All right. So it's for 454 Circle Drive in Granite Bay. I'm gonna click on Edit. Now, one thing I could do is I could just come down here and slap it to the bottom of the property description. All right, so I could just do that. And then when I click Save, and I refresh my single property website, you'll see now that it's here, okay? Another way of doing it is adding it as a tab. And the benefit of adding it as a tab to your single property website is look up here. I got property video, description, virtual showing Zoom, which is awesome because that way people see it more. Okay, so let me show you how to do that way, or you could even do both. And so when you're in Edit Listing, right, so I'm still in the edit for the listing. There is a button here in the left-hand column called Tabs. And again, go ahead and I am recording this so you can pause this video as needed to do what I'm doing. So in Tabs, let me just delete my previous one. So when you're in the tab section under Edit Listing, click Add Tab. And the tab name, Zoom Virtual Showing. And then I just paste that in there into the box. I'm going to click Do Not Show with Unbranded. And so there's that tab we just created right there, Zoom Virtual Showing, all right? But it's at the bottom of this whole list. And I want people to see it. So I'm just going to click and drag it under description. And so now, when we refresh our listing, we're going to see Zoom Virtual Showing. All right. So now people click that. They go right to the information. They can get the link, all the information they need to join our virtual showing. Now, alternatively, we can create a custom landing page. So I'm going to click on the landing page tab. And we'll go to the landing page dashboard. And what we're going to do is create a custom landing page to promote this Zoom virtual showing. All right, so under the type of landing page, I'm going to go custom landing page buyers. I will do 454 landing page for virtual showing. All right, no one's going to see the note, so just put something there that makes sense for you and click the green Add Landing Page button. I really don't have anything to say regarding Zoom, Facebook, YouTube as far as what's better, Myra. I would ask that in the mastermind group. Everyone's got a different opinion, I'm sure, on that. So what we're going to do here is create a landing page like I showed you earlier to run a Facebook ad for to promote that virtual open house. All right, so run the landing page. We're going to work our way down the left-hand side. And the first thing I'm going to do is change out the image. So I'm going to go to property and get my listing image. And, oh, what happened to that? There we go. So let me use that. Upload the image. And we'll save the image. So these landing pages can have full screen video in the background. They can have video to the left of the lead form, which is great for different applications. I think for this one, I wouldn't do that because what we don't want is people watching the video on the landing page and not clicking through for more information, right? So for something like this, a video, I would not use the video on the landing page, even if you had one. Again, because they can just sit there and watch the video and never become a lead. We want them to become a lead. So once we, in fact, I'm going to uncheck shade back, the shade image option right there that you can click. And so I'm going to click that. Next up, we can edit the social media share image. I always come back to that later. That's kind of the last thing I do. But the first thing I want to do is click on lead form text, and I'm just going to change out that text to something more appropriate. So I'm going to click on, it's taking a while to save that image. There we go. Let me uncheck shade image. So under lead form text, that's the text that goes above the lead form. I'm just going to swap that out to say Zoom virtual showing. And then I'll say Saturday, May 23rd. And actually it's at 1 o'clock, so I'll change this to PM, 1 p.m. So let's click save. And we'll see all that text to the right. Now it looks a lot better. And then the last thing I like to do is click on the social media share image and see how that looks. So it's, I don't want the red banner. So I'm going to click where it says background in the editor here, change the color. I can change how transparent it is or not with the slider below the color picker. I'm going to change font from 1 line to 2 lines. I'm just going to change this to virtual showing. All right, so I got that image exactly the way I want it. And if you wanted to upload a different image altogether, you could click select new image and upload a brand new image as well. Kind of move that around. When I'm good to go, just click to save it, and that will save. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to advanced options. If you go to advanced options right here, and I'm just gonna drop the information regarding the Zoom meeting in the autoresponder right here. All right, so autoresponder, enable, give it a subject line. I'll put your invitation to the all right, so just subject line, go back to Zoom. I'm just going to click the copy meeting invitation one more time. And I'll just drop it right here. And then you can edit. I always like to edit the text just a little bit. So schedule is inviting you to a virtual open house at 454. All right, so all the information is right there. And there's a lot of other edits and things that you can do to this, but for the purposes of this webinar, I'm going to leave it as is. Just going to click save one more time. And so once we get the landing page the way we like it and we're good to go, click on post. You can see I'm going to post to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn because I'm connected to the auto posting in my Listings to Leads profile. And then this will be the posting description that goes above the image on Facebook. So it says Zoom virtual showing 454. All right, and you can read the rest of this, make sure it makes all sense. I can add a couple of emojis if I wanted to, right? All that good stuff. Come down here. I can either schedule the post or I can post now. So I'll just click post now. And then in a few minutes, I'm gonna get an email that will let me know that that did actually post up to Facebook. And then from there, I can either boost it or run it as an ad. And a little bit later in this webinar, we will get to how to boost or run ads for anything, but we've got training support on all of that kind of stuff. So any questions on what I did there to promote my Zoom virtual showing, both inside of my single property website, virtual tour and all of that, as well as creating a landing page, right? And again, in a few minutes, we will go to my Facebook page and we will see that post up there. And then and again, at that point, I will show you how to boost it or run it as an ad, all right? So just keep in mind that that's up there and we're gonna be doing that in a few minutes and we'll go from there with that. So now let's talk about how to get video and 3D tours and all of that great stuff inside of Listings to Leads. So first things first, I'm at my Listings to Leads account, and I'm going to take you to your profile. So in the upper right-hand corner, click and select profile. And what I'm going to have you do is we are going to look at the YouTube connection, because every listing gets a free YouTube listing video that does generate leads. All right, so when you're at YouTube connection, it's in the lower left-hand side of the Listings to Leads profile, click the red button for connect your YouTube channel. It will roll you through a quick wizard and drop you back here, and you should see your channel name. For preferences, select the preferences as you like them. Please note the bottom one here, use these videos inside of your listings is what this means. So use the generated listing videos inside of your single property websites and virtual tours, and how they will look when that happens will look like this. Oh, no, that's 454. There we go. So it'll put that YouTube listing video inside of your single property websites and virtual tours automatically, just like this. All right, completely awesome, looks great. As you can see, if you're subscribed to the text service, that will appear there automatically. And we've got the need to sell before you buy go to, and that's a persistent footer along the bottom of the video. And then you'll see also the last screen has that exact same information. So whether it's on YouTube or in your single property websites, what have you, they can help generate both buyer leads and seller leads for your listing. All right, absolutely awesome. But let's go back to the profile, and then you'll see some different music options. I love all of them, so take a look at them and get that done. So YouTube connection. Here's the thing, even if you're doing professional videos, 3D tours or whatever, you should still let us create a YouTube video, because a lot of times they show up on page one of Google and they can help knock out, you know, realtor.com or some of these other third-party websites that you don't want people going to. All right, so even if you're not going to use the YouTube listing video from Listings to Leads, still have it generate so that we can help you get on page one more and knock out some of those other third-party websites. All right, now since we're in the profile, I'm going to click on auto posting, and let me go ahead and just disconnect my Facebook so you can see how to connect this. All right, so when you get to your profile and you're in the auto posting tab, click where it says click to connect to Facebook. You'll see a little wizard, and just follow the wizard. You can select which Facebook pages. And let's see, I'll do free home buyers for you, the best listing, Granite Bay Homes. So I can select any or all of them that I want. Hit next, hit done, hit OK. You're just hitting the blue buttons essentially. It's going to drop you right back into Listings to Leads. You're going to see that I got 3 Facebook pages connected. I can always click here to add more. And I can click here to delete. So I'm going to delete these 2. I just want to go to my Granite Bay Homes page and I'm going to click Save. And then since we're talking about listings, click on the Listings tab and just go ahead and make sure you got this set up as well. The key here is make sure you have customized for each status checked. If it's not checked, it'll look like this. When it is checked, you'll see that all these status buttons will appear and you'll see coming soon. So I've got that off because we are not allowed to do coming soon. But if you were, just turn it on and click the green copy and paste button. And you'll just want to do that for every status that you are wanting to auto post. And I recommend doing all of them, all right? If you're allowed to do coming soon and you're doing coming soon, then I would enable and fill in the coming soon editor. If you're not, you can just turn it off and click save, all right? But I really want everyone to at least have just listed on and filled out, open house, active, pending, just sold, and price reduced. Don't worry about this gobbledygook, right? You don't need to understand what it says at this point. Just suffice to say, the ads that are created are pretty awesome, right? This is an example, all right, where I've got emojis, right? And you can always come in and edit these even after they auto post, but just leave for now. If you're not familiar with what's going on here, just leave it as it is, right? You don't need to freak out about it. Do also notice that there is a preferences tab as well. And you've got some options here. Most notably, I'm going to suggest if you're planning on doing more videos in your single property websites like we're talking about, I would select single property website from the tool here, right? So you got an option of auto posting landing pages or auto posting single property websites for your listings. And again, if you're using video, I would do single property website. And that way people can see the video just a little bit and then the lead form comes up. So that way it's a little bit of a better experience for people. And then over here, you'll see you can have everything either post right away or have a time frame and you can adjust the time from and to. That way you're only auto posting between certain times, right? You may not want things to auto post at 3 in the morning. You may be working on a listing at midnight and don't want it to auto post. So I have it set up to only auto post from 10 a.m. to 6:16 p.m. with a 30-minute interval in between and the max 10 a day. All right, when you get all that done, click save. So now I've got my YouTube stuff all dialed in. I've got my auto posting all set up and dialed in. Now, let's go talk about listings, all right, and videos. So for any type of video or 3D tour that you have for a particular listing, all right, so we're talking about a walkthrough video that you might do from your phone, a professional video that you do with a videographer or photographer, the listing video that you get from Listings to Leads, or any type of 3D tour that you get from Matterport or so on. Click Edit. And then when you're in Edit Listing, Photos and Video, pretty self-explanatory. And then here you'll see a tab. The default will be for the photos. So while you're here, if you got professional photos, go ahead and upload them. But the video and 3D tour tab, this is my Matterport embed code. So any type of embed code I can put here. If I've got a YouTube or Vimeo link, I can put that there with the option of autoplay. And then if I've got a video file, like for example, a walkthrough video from your phone, I can just upload that file right here. All right. So if you got like if you're doing a walkthrough video off your phone, you can upload it directly into Listings to Leads right from your phone, Android, iPhone, what have you, right into Listings to Leads. All right. So again, video, URL, embed code, anything related to a particular listing like that, drop it in here. If you ever need help, just send it to support, let them know which listing it is, and support is more than happy to do that for you. All right. So now we got a video inside of Listings to Leads. And once I do that, the video will show in all of our tools. All right. Even, for example, let me just show you the e-flyer for the seller. If I open it up, all right, when they click here in the e-flyer, they're going to go right to the single property website and see the video. All right, so a lot of good stuff right there. So any of the tools, when they click through, they're going to land right on that single property website or virtual tour where I've got the video. So what I would do, the social media share image, if I'm going to add a video, I would want to mention that in the image that displays when it gets posted to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. All right. So even if I'm going to actually not use the image on Facebook, but I'm going to use the video, still do this, because this way, where we don't have the video, right? So maybe like on Twitter, for example, I want the image to at least display to promote it. And just like you saw before, I can just click in here. All right, do however I want to. Maybe if it was a Zoom call, you know, I might do Zoom virtual tour, and then I might put for the invitation, right? Especially if I've got the, if I added it to my single property website, of course. All right, so however you're gonna do that, let me go back to, since this one does not have a Zoom tour, I'm gonna put 24/7 virtual 3D tour in Granite Bay. All right, again, I like the black for this one, just stylistic, right? But of course I can change the color, however I want. All right, whatever I think looks appropriate. I can change the image around. All right, whatever you think looks best for you. All right, and that way, anytime this is posted anywhere, I want to make sure people know that I've got a 24/7 virtual 3D tour, or a Zoom invitation there, or a property video, or a walkthrough video. Does that make sense for everybody? So I want to make sure that the image displays that as well. And so now, the next time this auto posts up to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or and so on, it's going to look something like this. Now, let's say I'm working on the listing and I don't want to wait for the next change of status or the next auto posting. So it's very, very easy to do. So post it right now, like to post on demand. Open up your social media task in the task list for your listing. So for any listing, click the task icon and then open up your social media, first item in the checklist. And if you work your way from left to right, you'll see here I can again select single property website. I could click edit to edit the social media share image right here even. And then there's a button here called push post. And from here, fill out the rest of your text. And actually that should autofill. Let me check why that didn't autofill, but typically the property description information there should autofill like we saw in those other Facebook posts. And again, down here, just click schedule post or post now to get that up on Facebook. All right, and that way it's up on Facebook. And then from there, I can either boost it or run it as an ad. Someone says, so is it, Jada, that's not really the right question. So the question was, is it better to do a single property website or a landing page for somebody else's listing? If I've got a video, I want to use the single or 3D tour, I want to use the single property website because that way they're going to see it right away. If I don't have any types of video or 3D tours, then I would probably use the listing landing page because that way, you know, they land on it and there's no video anywhere. So it doesn't matter if they see it or not when they first land on it. So Jada, don't think of it like somebody else's listing or my listing. Think of it as, do I have a video or 3D tour for the listing or not? And that should influence your decision. Make sense? All right, awesome. Perfect. So let's go back into listings to leads. Let me just show you a couple of more quick examples of video inside of my listings to leads account. So for example, my listing at 5530 Douglas, I wanted to add, let's say I want to add a professional video. Click on edit, photos and video, video and 3D tour. And there you can see I dropped in my professional video URL and I click save. All right. And that's this video here. Right. So full screen, absolutely beautiful. The lead capture form comes up automatically and you're generating leads. Let me go back to my listing dashboard and let me show you one more video. And this will be a just sold video where, and I mentioned this a little earlier in the webinar, imagine when you sell a listing, right? That's an awesome time to humble brag and let people know that listings are selling. And not just in a way like we normally do it, but in a way where we're actually doing it via video, all right? So at my listing at 1745 Bahia Vista, again, I'm gonna click on edit, photos and video, video and 3D tour. And here's my video that I did where I'm talking through the fact that I got this home sold. And let me bring it up here. There we go. And so now the video, well, in fact, let's bring it to the top because the video, and 849, oh no, I'm sorry, it was this listing here. There we go. So now we got a video of yourself talking about how you got that home sold. All right, and I would promote that similarly to what we were doing with the other types of videos. And this is so awesome. So I really want everyone to think about this, whether you're a listing agent or a selling agent. All right, so whether you were the listing agent or the selling agent, you can do a video like this, maybe where you're standing in front of the home. Right? I'm not a big fan of the sitting at a desk doing a video stuff. If it's, you know, appropriate for the topic, but if you can be out in the neighborhood, right? It's just more action. It's just more powerful if you're actually outside, maybe not in front of the listing where it's like a dead on, I'm looking at that particular home necessarily, although if appropriate, that's awesome. But it could be like where I'm showing you, or I'm just showing kind of down the street, maybe with the homes on the left or right side of me, so people can see, oh, he's in the neighborhood, it's talking about these particular homes. And what I'm doing is I'm talking about how I got the home sold, some of the marketing I did, the different showings that we had, right? If it went above asking, if it had multiple offers, if it sold fast, whatever it is, I just want people to see me, get to know me, hear me talking, think of me as an expert, right? All of those things will happen as I'm doing this. And really the best thing about this is it's free, right? All I need to do is find someone, hopefully, or I could use my selfie stick, but is get my phone and get the video done. Someone says, what do you recommend to use with an iPhone to record besides another person or selfie stick? Well, if you got the ability to do a tripod with the device that you can manage your phone's video camera remotely, and if you got a mic, right, a lavalier mic, because audio is always so important, right? Do not. So from when I did this video, it was just actually this was like an iPhone 6 with my spouse probably about 5 or 6 feet away from me, and I just made sure to speak in a nice, clear, loud voice so that people could hear me. But I had no special equipment, no special mic, and the video came out fine, right? The only thing, in fact, I remember this day, is somebody was doing lawn work, and I had to wait a few minutes for them to get done mowing their yard because I kept having this lawnmower in the background, and it drove me absolutely nuts. So maybe you want to avoid kind of early in the morning or whatever in your area when people are always doing yard work. And then I got it done. All right. But the video is only 54 seconds, right? 54 seconds right there. And it probably took me 10 to 15 takes, right? I would hiccup, burp, yawn, laugh. Even at one point a car drove by, and that didn't really throw me, right? Having a car in the video driving by, as long as you're on a sidewalk. In this case, there are no sidewalks in this area, but you get the idea, right, Michelle? Those awkward pauses are kind of the funny thing with these kinds of videos, all right? So you should now know how to get any type of video or 3D tour into listings to leads, all right? Super easy, super powerful, super simple. Now, before we go to Facebook, the last types of videos I want to talk about are videos that can run with all of your listings. All right, when I say run with all of your listings, what I mean is like a client review video, an area video, a market report video. All right, so these types of videos that would be appropriate for one or more listings in your account. All right, so if I've got a client review video, I want people to be able to see it, not just on YouTube, right? That doesn't do me a lot of good. I mean, it's fine, and it's hopefully the SEO and all of that. But if I can put that video inside of listings to leads so that when people are watching it, there's me right there. So they're talking about me in my listing, and that's just gonna, and people have told me they get calls and emails from people that say, hey, I saw your client review video and your listing there, and da-da-da. It's a great way to get people to actually reach out to you, all right? Another type of video, market update video. So again, you may have a market update video that you're paying for, right, that you're using. You may produce your own market report videos. Again, think like BombBomb, right, for those types of market report videos that people send out via BombBomb. Awesome application for video, great way of using it, but let's not stop there. Let's get that video inside the listings to leads with all of your listings as appropriate. Let me show you how to do that now. Let me go to the account homepage so that we're starting off from a easy to understand location. So from anywhere in listings to leads, there's something here called tabs, all right? And probably nobody knows what that is, right? You probably just skip over it and just completely ignore it. Well, think of this as a video center, all right? So in your video center, notice in my tabs, video, 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 video. These are all videos. They don't have to be videos. You can use other things, other types of content in here, but this is meant to be a place to put content that is appropriate for more than one listing. All right, so for groups of listings. And let me kind of show you what I'm talking about here. So I've got a video, and let me grab it. This video may look familiar to you. So I'm going to come in here. I'll open up a new tab. And so I've got a video. All right, and again, this could be a drone video of the area. In fact, those are kind of awesome. You know, if you ever go into, if you don't know of a place to get a drone video, go into your local Facebook or Nextdoor group and just ask to say, hey, any photographers in here have drone videos? I bought one for 50 bucks from a guy, right? And I had it like the next day. It was awesome. So buying drone videos from area photographers, so many people have drones and they're pretty good at them. You'd be surprised how easy and cheap you can get a drone video of an area. So anyways, I got this video and it's on YouTube. That's awesome. And I posted it to Facebook. That's awesome. But I'm not getting a lot of traction with it. I'm not getting a lot of views. And so I'm going to take the video. I'm going to copy that URL. And in listings to leads, in this section called tabs, I'm going to click the green, add tab. Now there's a little pop-up here, tab name, and I might call it market report video. I could call it client review video, right? I could call it, we have clients, the Barbara Corcoran videos. We have a lot of clients that are partnered up with Barbara Corcoran and whatever that is, and they'll put those videos of her in there. This could be one of those. We have other clients that get those videos from Zillow, right? How we help buyers or sellers. And if I'm using a video, I like to put video in parentheses so people know that it's a video. All right, so whatever the tab name that's appropriate. Now there's an editor here. And so for the editor, sometimes people that have client reviews that are not on Zillow, right? They'll just copy and paste them in here. Let support know if you need help cleaning it up so that it looks nice. But in the case where I've got a YouTube video, I'm just going to drop that video right there, right? Now check this out, assign content to these listings. I can either select all, so that might be like a client review video. I can, and these are current listings. I could select particular current listings like by area, right? Maybe it's an area video for Granite Bay, but not Folsom, right? Maybe I got one video for my Granite Bay area. I have another video for Sarasota, and I have another one for Folsom, my 3 main sales areas. So, you know, that makes sense, everybody. So I'd only want to check the listings as appropriate. So that's for current listings. And then I've got the do not include with unbranded, and always check do not autoplay. You do not want videos autoplaying unless it's a property video, all right, at the very top of the list of your single property website. But here's where it gets really awesome. Associate this content with new listings. So if it's, again, if it's a client review video, I might just say just all new listings, all right? If it's an area video for a particular area, I might do for only my Granite Bay listings, do I want my Granite Bay area video showing? Does that make sense for everybody? So for any type of content, and it really doesn't have to be video. That's why we took out the video center. It used to be called video center, but it could be any kind of content could be here. But most of the time it is used for video, okay? So, and again, only put stuff in here that relates to 2 or more listings. Anything related to 1 listing, go to edit listing and add it that way, right, under photos and video. But this section here is perfect for area videos, market report videos, client review videos, how you help seller and buyer videos, right? Anything like that would be absolutely awesome right here. And again, just real quickly, make sure assign content to these listings. Make sure you select the proper options there. Again, highly recommend checking do not autoplay. And then over here, associate content with new listings in. And the main options will be all listings. For example, if it's a client review video or how you help buyers and sellers video, or go by area or zip code if it's particular to a particular area or neighborhood. All right. Very, very easy stuff right there. And again, you can always send that to support and say, hey, can you add this video to all of my listings in Granite Bay? Or can you add this client review video to all of my listings? And support can do it for you easy enough. All right. Very, very good stuff right there. Hope you will make use of that. So the last thing I want to talk about, unless we've got some questions, and someone says, where can I watch this video again? We will post it up in the mastermind group on our YouTube channel. And Barbara, if you're in our mastermind group, you'll see it there a little bit later today. Or we'll also, we'll post a link to it on your account homepage as well a little bit later. So you'll see it on your account homepage later today as well. Thank you for asking. So now that we've got all of this video, right? We got videos for listings, we got videos about our business, right? 3D tours, we're doing awesome. Let's talk about if we're doing a Facebook post and ad, do I want to do it like this where I've got a video? And again, this video could have been a professional video. It could have been the free video from Listings to Leads, right? So when would I want to use the actual video on Facebook versus an image like this promoting the video, right? Or 3D tour, whatever it is. And here's the thing. In fact, let me give you, I had it up earlier and hopefully I can find it again, but I got a post I want to give everybody, a support post, but use, in my mind, I would use an image where I want to generate straight up leads. All right. So when I want to generate straight up leads, I want to use an image. But promote the virtual tour or video tour or 3D tour or Zoom virtual showing in the image like you just saw, and then put that video or 3D tour here. I would use the video inside of the Facebook ad or post when I'm going for video views. And let me explain that just a little bit, what I mean by that, all right? So when you use video up on Facebook, like what you're seeing right here, the problem is people are sitting here looking at the video and they may or may not ever click through, because why should they, right? For, over half of the people looking at this, they're gonna get enough information from that video to not need to click through, and they're just going to go off and abandon this thing. All right. When it's an image, right, or if you're doing carousel, you got the ability with Listings to Leads to auto post or push post up to 5 photos with your listing. If you don't know about that option, ask support. It's in your profile. Somebody remind me a little bit later and I'll show that in your profile. But when you use an image or multiple images, to see the rest of them, people have to click through, and then we've got automated lead capture right there. Does that make sense? But here's the thing about video. Here's where video gets really good, because it allows you to run ads that can take all the people that watch 3 seconds of this video, put them in a custom audience, and then down the road, I can run ads to that custom audience for a lot cheaper than had they been a cold audience, right? So let me, again, I just had this up a little bit ago. I totally apologize, but I had the support post. All right, I'm gonna get stuck clicking through, and I apologize for that. God dang it. You know what? I'll post it in the mastermind group a little bit later, but let's go take a look at it right now. But we have a total support post on this. So I'm going to click create ad. And let me show you what I'm talking about here. All right, so first of all, special ad category, always check housing. If housing wasn't in this dropdown, make sure you select housing. So if I'm going to promote a post that has a video, I'm gonna go to video views. Turn that off, right? And just hit continue. So make sure these are both off. All right. Now, we're not messing with the custom audiences right now because we're running an ad, right? That's going to help us get people into our custom audience. So I'm going to do location. All right, Granite Bay plus 15 miles because it's a housing ad. That's just what it defaults to. Detailed targeting. Again, if you're watching the video, go ahead and pause the video as needed. Under detailed targeting. Now check this out. You see over here on the right-hand side, it says potential reach is 760,000. That's a lot of people, and I'm going to waste a lot of money. All right, I need to get my audience down a little bit. If I type in Trulia, notice there's two options. Premier Agent, that's for you all, right? That's for agents. This is the one I want for consumers. And my potential reach just went from 760,000 to 61,000. And that is so much better because that way I'm going to make sure that my budget is being used to put my ad in front of people that are more likely to be interested in real estate because they've previously shown an interest in Trulia. All right. So this is a variable. I would test ads where I'm using this, and I can also try a website like Zillow, realtor.com. But I'm going to suggest that you just play around with this. Maybe an ad you run has none of these interests in it. And then the next time you run an ad, try maybe Trulia only. And then maybe next time, try all three of them. And just see what works best in your area. Because every area is going to be a little bit different. And to be honest, even particular listings can work differently. So, you know, it's all a little bit of a hit or miss type of thing. But that said, you will typically in most areas, one of these will work, but one of these ways will work better than the others. All right. So again, under detailed targeting, right, try adding some sort of combination of realtor.com, Trulia, or Zillow, and compare that to when you don't do this and see how that works for you. I'm going to scroll down some more. For placements, you know, automatic or, let me show you. If I go to manual, and again here, there's a lot of different strategies that you can do here. So sometimes if if I've got absolutely no budget, I'll actually take out some of these options. But since we're doing video, I'm just going to leave all of it in here. All right, we're actually doing video views. So I'm just going to leave it all in there. So video views is what I want. So in fact, there you go. All right. So 2-second continuous video views. Now, before I get into this cost control optional, I'm going to change this to lifetime. And then notice how Facebook is going to automatically throw me into a month ad, which there's no way in the world I want that. So I'm going to use that calendar toggle. I only want this ad to run for a week. So from June or May 21st to May 28th. And I only want to spend like 15 bucks. All right. So 15 bucks. And if I click on the more options, you don't necessarily need to do this, but I got when you get charged impressions, ad scheduling. So here, I can put them on a schedule. All right, so you got that option right there. Okay, the blue continue button. And here's the last, this is what's really, really cool about this option. So under identity, whatever page that post is on, select it. And then you don't need to click or stay with create ad, go to use existing post. And then we can select from any post on our page. All right, so here I've got a video. So there's my 24/7 virtual showing in Granite Bay. And you can see how it's going to look in different news feeds. Right, there's the video. There's in-stream. It won't show there. There we go. So you get the idea. All right, looks absolutely awesome. I got my Facebook pixel and just hit confirm. And now anyone that watches the 2 seconds of that video is going to be put into, let's go to the video. So anyone that watches 2 seconds of that video will get put into a custom audience. And then later on, when I'm running other ads and I'm in the Facebook Ads Manager, I will have the option to run ads to that custom audience. So as people are watching 2 seconds of this video, right, they get added to the audience. And then down the road, as I run other ads for other listings in the area, I can select that custom audience, right, for 454 Circle Drive, or probably what you want to call the audience, like Granite Bay buyers, right, location buyers, because this is an ad for home buyers in Granite Bay. So I can run ads to all the people that have watched 2 seconds or more of this video, and it can be done for a lot cheaper than a regular ad to a cold audience. All right, so there's a lot of benefit to using video, but it's not always the exact same benefit as using images in ads. Hopefully that makes sense for everybody. So again, when I'm using video, just understand I'm going to lose some of the leads because they're watching the video in Facebook. All right, but the use of video in Facebook is awesome because it allows me to do some really good marketing with video. That's great. But also to use the video to put people into a custom audience that will allow me to more cheaply market to them in the future. And then I might run another ad where I'm using an image. And that way, this is the ad that's going to be more hardcore lead generation. And the other one is going to be the ad that is a little bit more for long-term lead generation, as well as branding and all that kind of good stuff. Any other questions related to anything that we've covered here? We've covered a lot of stuff, so thank you for hanging out with me. Let me just hang out for a few minutes and ask if there's any other questions related to anything we did, any confusion in anything I did. Jada, yeah, there's a lot of options, and you're not going to go like, it's not like, well, if I use a landing page, the listing landing page instead of the single property website, it's not like you're going to fall off the face of the earth or anything. It's fine. I'm just giving you optimal ideas, okay? So again, if you had a listing go to Facebook and it posted with the landing page and not the video, you don't necessarily need to freak out. Worst case, you can always delete it and repost it from the push post option in listings to leads. All right, so there we go. My Zoom virtual showing. Oh, that's that landing page that posted earlier. Remember that landing page we created for a Zoom virtual showing at the beginning of this webinar? Well, there it is. People click the image or the link in the landing page. Boom, they're going to land here. Send the information. I got phone number required. Click send the information. and then I will get the email with the autoresponder. And awesome, I got the email. Perfect, yeah, we're good to go. Awesome, any other questions before I let you go? So at this point, you should understand how to put any type of video into listings to leads, whether it's for a particular listing, like a property video or 3D tour. You know how to put listing videos into listings to leads, like area videos, market report videos about your business videos, all right? You know how to get them up to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, either through auto posting or clicking on the push post option that we've got available for you. All right, and then you know the difference between running an ad, right, where we're using an image, right? Even though I've got a video or a 3D tour, I'm still using an image. In fact, let me show you. Let me scroll down and show you just a couple of posts here. And it is 11:07, so I know we're running a little bit late, but there's a post with a video. There's a post with an image. And I think you get the idea, right? Like here, I can just sit and watch that video. And it's awesome. But and here's the thing, as I sit here and watch this video, I am being added to your custom audience. So that's awesome. But it's different from this, where all I see is an image. And if it's a good image, right? Nice image of the listing, it's going to get me to click. Where I'm either watching your free listings to leads video, a professional video, a 3D tour, your walkthrough video, right? I'll see that there. Then I can watch this, because here is where I've got the automated lead capture where I can generate leads. All right, so listen, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your time. If you have any questions, by all means, please click the support button in your account. We'll help you out as quickly as possible. And for Debbie and everybody else that's asking for the video rewatch to watch the recorded webinar, I will put it on the account homepage a little bit later today. So where you see the information about the webinar, I'll actually put the link to the recording here, but I'll also put it in the mastermind group as well. All right, so thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.